Jorginho. Kovacic given the opportunity to assess his options, and that's a splendid finish from Mason Mount.
That's a wonderful goal, isn't it? I can feel it coming. It's just a question of time, but it's all about that delivery into the box and the running off the ball. And we often speak about midfield players, and we often in the past we've spoken about Frank, of course, arriving in these areas. Well, there's a man who's learnt off of him last season and obviously over the years at Chelsea. But super little ball by Kovacic, but great little touch. But the finish is excellent.
Well, Frank Lampard knows all about Mason Mount. Took him to Derby County. Saw him really impressed there, and he's wasted little time here in giving the Chelsea manager a reminder of his abilities.
Oh, do him a world of good, won't it? And again, we spoke about it at the top of the game, Nigel, that sometimes you have to make your point, you know, and I think...
Het overstapje van Til. Naar de voorzet vanaf de rechterkant door Van Rijn. En aan de andere kant. Aan de andere kant zorgt Mount weer voor spanning. Waar het 5-2 had kunnen worden, moeten worden, is het 4-3 in deze knotsgekke voetbalavond. Is Bizot boos. Maar komt de AZ toch weer een beetje in de problemen. Idrissi hier de bal naar de buitenkant. Naar Van Rijn en dan laat Til het over aan Idrissi, denkt hij. Doet er hier niet de best verdedigd. Dat is ook zo. Seuntjes die de bal niet goed controleert. Maar eigenlijk van de voet laat springen. En dan wordt er meteen gereageerd door Mason Mount.
Lowe, who didn't quite have the heights in the battle with Bob Varson. Away by Thiago Ilori. Keogh. Bryson. Oh, fizzing shot by Mount has beaten the goalkeeper. Well, Malone couldn't keep it out. And this bright young thing does make an impact on his debut for Derby. Well, that's a decent strike, but you have to say Vito Manoni has to do better than this. The ball possibly moves in the air, but he's in, what?
Nog een keer. Is er nou dus al een aantal keren langs geglipt vanaf die kant. Het is een keer wachten op een goede assist. Dit is een goede assist en Mount scoort. 64e minuut. Mount, sowieso van huis uit een begaafd voetballer, maakt deze voorzet van Rashica voortreffelijk af. En zet eindelijk, althans in tijd, want of het verdiend is, ja, wel op basis van de tweede, maar niet op basis van de eerste helft. Vitesse op 0-1. Heel beheerst, prachtig technisch uitgevoerd, binnenkant voet. Rashica en Mount. Twee Sparta-verdedigers die twee andere Vitesse-spelers in de gaten moet houden. Mount duikt daar tussenop, is vrij en maakt het heel beheerst af. 0-1. En eindelijk voor het eerst een lach op het gezicht bij Fraser. 25 minuten nog, kom op, zegt hij.
There's not much you need to say to N'Golo. He just knows how to play the midfield role, and I thought the balance between him and Kovacic today was great. His ability to win the ball and at a high intensity to leave areas to win it back and then recover into areas, but then also have quality on the ball is what's given him this tag of being, you know, outstanding, playing well football for the last 4 or so seasons. I think he's playing really well since he got himself in the team. At Burnley, he gets his goals. He's carried on with the form he's scoring. He can score more. I think what we've got a player in Christian is someone that's really exciting us. But when you see this type of player, I think in the modern days, you see them and you see their quality, and then all of a sudden you see that there's another level, which is goals and absolute assists. And I think he's got all the abilities to go on to that extra level, which is the top level of world football. I don't think Mason should be measured solely on goals. And you know, we had an international break. We had a couple of games where he hasn't started the game, so it's not fair to look at it simply as that. But goals are part of his game. But I thought his all-round game in the second half was what we would expect of him, because it wasn't just the goal, it was the threat that he had from the edge of the box, his link up, and he's winning the ball back in high areas, which is his game. So I thought we had a really good second half.
You always dream about that call up, that start for England as a kid. So I've always dreamt of that. And yeah, looking forward to this next 2 games, working hard in training to hopefully that could happen. When I got called up first last year, he sat me down in his office and said to me that I was called up, and it was obviously a massive moment for myself. And this time he just spoke to me and said, look, you've been called up again. Go into it, working hard like you've been doing at Chelsea. So yeah, I spoke to him a little bit and taking stuff off him as I do always.